Hi, joining me on the program today from ComTech is Ethan Farlow. Ethan, thanks for joining me. Great to have you.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
So, start off with an easy question for you. How long have you been a SkySwitch reseller?
So we've been a SkySwitch reseller for about 4 years now. We were with a previous provider and moved over pretty much all of our endpoints over to SkySwitch about 4 years ago.
And who is your target market? What kind of customer are you looking for?
So for us, the majority of our clients are 50 users or less. So that is, and it kind of goes across the board, nonprofit, manufacturing, medical, dentist, it just across the board, but most of our clients are 50 users or less. We do have some that go over 200, and we've got some that are 1 or 2 phones. So it kind of goes across the board.
Are there particular nuances in that 50 and under market that working with SkySwitch makes it easy for you to address?
Yeah, so one thing is certainly the flexibility of the product itself. I can customize just about anything to make it work for that smaller end customer, and the cost or the price scales down as well as it scales up. It scales both ways and works very well. The feature set though is still the same. I can still provide those features on a smaller client, but not at a ridiculous price.
So aside from that, why did you decide to work with SkySwitch as opposed to one of the other white label UCaaS providers?
Big thing for us was communication. That was probably the biggest piece, was communication and being able to speak to management. It doesn't always have to be the highest management, but just some form of management to say, hey, I truly have a problem, I really need it resolved, and it's not just, we don't feel like it's just a ticket. I just submit a ticket and then I'm hoping someone will get back to me. It's more of I submit a ticket, I get a very quick response. If I don't, I know who to call, and it gets resolved instantly.
So you mentioned a couple of things: flexibility, access, the right support channels. If you had to think about one thing that you really like or that really stands out about partnering with SkySwitch, what would that one thing be?
I would say the one thing, since I've already mentioned communication, that would have been my one thing. But I would also add that my one thing would be the community itself. When I came on board, I was baffled by how much the community in general. I had a number of other resellers that are in different parts of the country, so they know they're not competing with me directly, and they were more than happy to say, hey, this is exactly how I set things up, and this is why I set things up this way, and it makes it so simple. It makes it to where I'm talking to other resellers that are just more than willing to help. So definitely the community.
Excellent. Well, great to hear that you're having success working with SkySwitch. And Ethan, thank you so much for joining me today.
Absolutely. Thank you.